Evening, ma. Students, see in the previous class we have seen how to initialize, declare the one-dimensional array, right? So now today in this session let us see about the two-dimensional array. Okay, what is the syntax for the two-dimensional array? That is the data type and name of the array, and that is the size of the row and column. What it indicates? The index value, that is the size of the row, the size of the column. The x and y stands for the size of the row and column values. So what is meant by two-dimensional array? If you have more than one row and one column, then it is called as a two-dimensional array. Okay, in this way. Okay. So how to initialize a two-dimensional array? So how you are going to initialize? That is, we have seen in the syntax, the first it is a data type and the name of the array and the number of rows and columns. Okay, and you can not only read the values dynamically, and also here it is the initialization of the two-dimensional array statically, that is within the flower braces you can initialize the values statically. Okay, and if you feel the complicated as that is what goes into the rows and what are the elements that goes into the columns, then you can initialize in this way also. That is, this is 1, 2 and 3 elements goes into the rows, and 4, 5, 6 goes into the columns. Okay, in these are the two ways you can initialize the two-dimensional arrays, right? And so how you are going to access a two-dimensional array? In the before session we have seen how to access the one-dimensional array. In the same way you can access the two-dimensional array value. Okay, so here it is the small example for you. That is how you are going to point each and every element that is present in your array, right? So this is the view, that is we are going to imagine, that is in memory it is going, your elements are going to store in this way. Okay, in a two-dimensional way, that is rows and columns, obviously like a matrix. Okay, then in order to access, or in order to read, in order to store the element in the first position, you need, that is what is the position of the memory block. In order to know, that is you are going to do by means of a looping statements. Okay, now I it is going to indicate as a row and j it is going to indicate as a column. Okay, for I is equals to 0, for I is equals to 0, I less than the size, I less than size, I plus plus. Okay, when it is going to increment either now, no, the first, that is the outer loop, I is equals to 0, it is going to initialize, I is less than 2, right? If the condition is true, then it is going to get into the inner block. So what is that? Now it is going to initialize j is equals to 0, j less than 3, that is the size, right? J less than 3, column less than 3. If the condition is true, yes, it is less than 3. If it is true, then get inside and simply that is print whatever the value that you are going to have. That is what it is going to print. I is equals to 0, j is equals to 0. So what it is simply it is going to print as 1. And next again I it is not going to increment, because until and unless this inner loop fails, then only it is going to increment the outer loop, that is the I value. That is the reason I is equals to 0, and next j will become 1. Okay, and next 4 is printed. Again I is equals to 0, j will become 2, I is equals to 0, j becomes 3. Now 3 less than 3, at this point it is going to fail, that is the condition is fails, at that point now the outer loop I becomes 1. Now it is going to increment. Next I is equals to 1. Again for each I that is the row value, column it is going to increment one after the other until the condition false, and each and every element it is simply it is going to print. Okay, so these are the positions how it is going to point and initialize the values. So let us see a small example on the two-dimensional array. So I am just giving the logic, try it out. Okay, by means of the header files, just put on the header files and a printf statement at last. Okay, what is this? That is, it is the logic for finding the sum of rows in a two-dimensional array. That is, simply you are going to find each that is the sum of each and every row. That is 3 plus 2 plus 1. Okay, 6, like in this way. Okay, that is 9 plus 8 plus 7. Okay, in this way 6 plus 5 plus 4. So the sum of each row you are going to find. So how you are going to do? Just as you know, that is by means of the header files you need to start. And what is this? Simply I am going to initialize the sum value. So that is let us take, that is we have some 10 elements over here. Okay, and next let us begin with the row and columns again. As of the previous case, every if you want to access the particular element, then you need to point by means of this index elements. Okay, then now here the I is equals to 0, it is going to, I will be our row and next j will be our column. Okay, what I want the ninth element, I need to access the ninth element. So I is equals to 0. That is, again 0 is less than rows. That is 3 rows I have taken. Yes, condition true. So simply I have initialized, that is the sum to 0. Otherwise you are going to get the garbage value. If you are going to add all the elements to the garbage value, again you are going to get a garbage value itself. We don't want in that way. So simply initially let us initialize the 0 to the sum. If it is true, then simply again you are going to point, that is j is equals to 0, j less than column size. If it is true, simply what I am going to do, sum is equals to sum plus a of I and j. What is sum initially? 0. 0 plus a of ij. That is I is equals to 0, j is equals to 0. Then it is going to point the that is the value, that is the first element in our matrix, that is 9. Yes, 0 plus 9. Okay, now here sum is 9. Again I remains as 0 itself. For I is equals to 0, now our j value will become 1. Right, now j value become 1. Now it is going to point the 0, 1 position element. Okay, again next, already in our sum there is 9. 9 plus 8. Right, so and next again j increments, that is I is equals to 0, j increments, j is equals to 2, 2 less than the column size. Then simply it is going to do the sum again, that is 9 plus 8, 17. 17 plus again what is the that is the position of this element, 0, 2. Right, now it is going to point at the this position, that is the element 7. So after completion you are going to get the sum of the first row element. Okay, first row of the given matrix. Then after this it is going to increment the I value. Now what is, now I is equals to 1. Again j it is going to what, begin with the 0th column. Okay, for I is equals to 1, again it is going to begin or point the element after element, that is 6. Again for I is equals to 1, j will become 1, I is equals to 1, j will become 2. In this way you are going to find the sum of each and every row, and at the last you need to give a printf statement in order to print that is the sum of each rows. Thank you.